and excavate. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, brought to you by Canopy Street Market.
What it do, baby? 11 o'clock. 11:01 if you're official. And we are. We're on time. Greatly appreciate you hanging out with us. Thursday, a long day here at the Ticket. Be here live and in living color until midnight. Got some Lincoln High School football tonight. Some late night shenanigans, chaos, and rabbit holes, other assorted whatnots. Appreciate you for staying with us. 402-464-5685 is the Sartor Heyman text line. If you want to be a part of what we're doing, you can join us. Hit us with a what's up. Bach would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you. Greatly appreciate it. On all of the live video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo Channel 961, I gave the number so you have it, so you can put it up in your office. You can put it up at home. You can put it up wherever you are. So Bach will take us through. I will ask him, kind sir, if he will, in fact, ready himself and prepare to pay the bills. Pay the bills.
Yes, this hour is sponsored by Hamilton Telecommunications, bringing you the latest quality technology and communication services since 1901. Whether it's residential or business, Hamilton has the answers. Visit hamiltontel.com for more info today.
Thank you, Hamilton. I think we should always play like a clip from the play whenever we read that. And it's just a part of them just screaming Hamilton.
that would work well, I think.
You know, I mean, we'd probably have to pay Lin-Manuel Miranda tons of money to do it, but I think it would be a hoot. I think it would be fun. I am in a hootish type day. It's one of those moments where it was gorgeous out this morning. Went for my walk. I slept in relative for me, 8:30. Got my walk in after being here till 12:30. And on it, got to talk to some people who listen to the station, and I appreciate you all. Pretty cool stuff, actually, for what people are moved by. Pretty cool stuff. There are a couple of things to fall in line with today as we prepare for Sparty. We prepare for We Are tomorrow night in Pennsylvania. Harrison and I went down the rabbit hole last night because we were trying to figure out ticket prices, right? Like what we thought. Get in baseline tickets. So the cheapest tickets you could get in to see the number one Huskers and the Nittany Lions. And I wanted to see what that was. And I have to admit that I was stunned, absolutely stunned, that you could get in to see the number one Huskers and the reigning defending national champion Nittany Lions. You can get in to see them for $20 at Penn State.
Wow.
$20. The most expensive seat available was $170. And to compare that and give it some perspective, you know, when I believe it's when Washington comes to town, I think it's where Michigan State. That when Michigan State comes to Nebraska, the cheapest ticket is $284. The similar seats for Penn State, Nebraska at Penn State, and Penn State at Nebraska, same seats. $22 at Penn State, $702 at Nebraska. We're not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. It was crazy. It was crazy. From the text line, 3789 says, what's up, guys? I installed your microwave yesterday. DP was in my house. That Tyson headgear was super cool. Yeah, there's I have a Mike Tyson signed headgear from, man, this is 1992, something along those ways. Don, it's always good to see you on here. Thanks for brightening our day. You hang out with us and greatly appreciate it. Great deal. It was just fascinating, Brock, because I thought we started with looking at what it would take to get into game threes. So these decisive game three series in wild card baseball. And the numbers were relatively low. Like I thought, you know, for big market, big time games, right? That it just made sense to me that you would have to pay some pretty good money to get in to see. So, Bach, we're going to go through it. And it's mind-blowing to me. Again, somebody's season is going to end today, right?
A few of them, yeah.
Right? So 3 games and Detroit and Cleveland. So, Bach, if I said to you they were playing right down the street at Haymarket, game 3 deciding, right? Somebody's season is going to end. Somebody advances. What do you think the cheapest ticket to get into Tigers Guardians? What do you think the cheapest ticket would be for a game for a series clinching deciding game?
I mean, you would think there'd be the nuance and all that stuff for Nebraska fans, but I mean, they think of over $100.
$85.
Yeah.
For Padres and Cubs, Wrigleyville. This is Wrigleyville. How much, Bob?
Yeah, I mean, I would factor in the fan base a little bit more in there. Maybe 180,
$70.
$70.
$70. And then you know the showstopper, right? The Shawn Michaels of today's game threes, right? Somebody's going home. Somebody has bragging rights for the entire rest of the year till start of season in April. The Boston Red Sox and New York. This is the baseball rivalry of all baseball rivalries. And this is finality. So what do you think the cheapest get-in ticket would be for Red Sox Yankees?
Yeah, it's the 5th time all time that it's going to come down to one game between these two.
One game. We need the big voice guy. One game to decide it all.
You could be that guy. You're pretty good. But I would guess like $300. You'd be lucky to get in.
Half, $150.
Yeah,
$150. And I was stunned. And then I thought, okay, let's follow the thread, right? We're trying to follow the thread to the sweater, right? We're going to follow the strand of yarn to the sweater. So we know who's hosting the game ones of the divisional series, right? So we know Toronto, Seattle, Milwaukee, Philly. We know that's going to happen. So, Bach, you're going to go through this thing, right? Now, we don't know who Toronto's playing, but Toronto knows it's hosting games 1 and game 2 on Saturday. And this is on a Saturday, right? No excuse. This is Saturday. No school nights, no conflict. What do you think the cheapest get-in ticket for whoever versus Toronto?
I say it's either Yankees or Red Sox.
Right. Like I think, but
Not
I
too
also
bad.
think that would make the number go up, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because either of those teams, proximity, familiarity, they know how to, like, they're fans that already exist in those places. So Boston or New York at Toronto, what do you think the get-in ticket price would be?
Well, given that they've been lower than my guess, I'm gonna go with $80.
$150.
Oh, there we go. Toronto.
150. The other side of it would be Seattle. Right? So who would the Mariners match up with there? Bach?
See, the Guardians or the Tigers?
Right? What do you think the get-in? So in the worst seat in the building, Guardians, Tigers versus the Seattle Mariners. What do you think the cheapest ticket would be?
Let's go 110.
$215.
Yeah, there you go. Seattle's waiting for it.
$215. Right? Like,
so we're figuring out the wild card teams the fan bases aren't as jazzed up about their teams being in.
right. Like, you're trying to figure out who these fan bases are, how important these games are to them, let alone, the opponent. Milwaukee. So Milwaukee will get the winner of San Diego, Chicago. Right?
Yeah.
So I would imagine that Chicago fans know how to get to Milwaukee. Right? Proximity. San Diego, not so much. Not really their vibe, right? Not really a thing that they do on a regular basis, but possibly. So let's just say Padres or Cubs versus Milwaukee. What do you think the worst seat at that stadium is going to cost?
Let's go $120.
105. It's the cheapest ticket of the weekend. It's the cheapest ticket of the weekend. So I'm
number 1 seed Brewers.
The number 1 seed. So you can go see Toronto for 150. You can go see Milwaukee for 105. Those are the 2 1 seeds, right? And then here come Dodgers, Phillies. That'll be, I would imagine that's the primetime game, right? That's the late night game, which on a pretty good weekend it matches up well with college football and UFC, that you're going to put Dodgers, Phillies, right? This should be a championship series preview if we thought, right? Early in the season. What do you think the cheapest ticket to get in to that stadium in Philadelphia, what do you think that is?
Let's go with 150.
Double. $300.
There you go.
Dodgers, Phillies in a classic series. I'm not sure any of the rest of these series would be classified as a classic. I think the majority of baseball fans, their eyes are going to be locked on Dodgers, Phillies. Plus, they announced last night with the Dodgers sweeping that Shohei Ohtani will pitch game 1. Yeah. Give me all the eyes. Give me all of the eyes in that. I find it fascinating. They don't call it American Family Field, Wrigley North for no reason. Yeah, it's pretty interesting, right? He also says, fun fact, the Cubs and Padres split the series so far this season 4-piece, so it's only fair to come down to a winner take all. Yeah, and we went through the pitching rotation matchups. Yu Darvish is going for the Pods. Both of those pitchers starting in the Cubs-Padre game have won their last 4 starts. Who was it is it the Yankees pitcher that's only pitched 19 innings? There's a starter today where the starter has only, it is, I want to say it's Connolly early for the Red Sox has only started 19. He's only thrown 19 innings this year. Let me look at his game log. I got to make sure because this is crazy. Yeah. He's lost his last 3 starts. Well done, Red Sox. I guess desperation has hit. Yeah, Thursdays are brilliant because I love you get to go into the schedules and kind of figure out what the priority is for folks and what folks are spending their money on. Friday night games across college football. This is where if you have a family or a tight budget, find a Friday night game in college football. Because Thursday night you can go see Sam Houston, New Mexico State. You can get in for $28. Right? I think if that game was down the street at Memorial Stadium, they moved it and they said tickets are $28. They'd sell pretty well. West Virginia, BYU. BYU is an 18-point favorite. The over-under is 46. They really don't expect West Virginia to score. That's the priciest game for Friday because in BYU going to the LaVell Edwards Stadium, you can get in for $100, but that's pretty good. Now, let's go to Saturday's game, Spock, because I need to pick your brain here. Right? If Kentucky at Georgia, Iowa State at Cincinnati, Wisconsin at Michigan, Illinois at Purdue, you could only go to one. You could only go to one. Kentucky, Georgia, Iowa State, Cincinnati, Wisconsin, Michigan, Illinois, Purdue. Which one would you go to?
I think that depends. I mean, for the game like this week, I think it'd be most interested in Iowa State and Cincinnati. But as far as destinations, I'd go to Georgia.
Right? I mean, that's kind of the thing, right? Sanford Stadium, between the hedges, go do your thing. You could do that for $85. $85, $70 for Cincinnati, and again, Nippert Stadium. Actually, not a terrible college football stadium, quite frankly, which is the sting to them moving the game to Kansas City this year. Wisconsin, Michigan is $110.
Wow,
$110, and you could go see the number 22 Illinois Fighting Illini against Purdue for $25. $25. It is fascinating to me what now. Air Force and Navy. This is a part of the Cup. This is an important game, and I'm telling you that it is one of the more impressive game, like fan experience, game presentation situations. Any of the armed forces, but Air Force at Navy, going to Annapolis, playing at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium, you could get in for $75. Remarkable. Like it's just a great game. Now, you could go through Penn State at UCLA, Los Angeles, Rose Bowl.
$3.
$33.
$33. Okay.
What are they? I can't even fathom that. Like, there's enough Penn State fans. I would figure Penn State fans would flood Rose Bowl just to go there, to get out of Pennsylvania, and go to Los Angeles and watch the Nittany Lions and watch them just beat up on UCLA. Like, that's going to be a party. Here's one for you. Number 9 Texas travels to Gainesville to take on the Gators. What do you think?
$70?
$100.
$100. Good for Florida. They still believe in their 1-3 team,
right? I would imagine there's a whole lot of horns going to be in that building. Number 16 Vanderbilt travels, and I think this is low key the game of the day. Number 16 Vanderbilt travels to number 10 Alabama, so they go to Tuscaloosa. Vanderbilt has beaten everybody by 20 points. They're feeling pretty good about themselves. They no longer have Alabama fear after last year. A legitimate Heisman Trophy candidate quarterback, right? A great story. What do you think it cost you to get in Bryant Denny?
I saw earlier in the week it wasn't what I would expect.
Right.
So maybe like what, $60 or something?
It pumped itself up. It's 135.
Oh, good. Yeah, I was wondering that early in the week.
135. People were starting to feel some kind of way, right? The folks from Vanderbilt are like, no, we might want to go to this. Here at home. Two important. This game is important for Michigan State and Nebraska. Similar paths in the season. Some build up, some early success against non-con. Then you get into the blue blood Big Ten kind of work. Disappointing finishes for both of them, both with second-year quarterbacks with some hype behind them and some level of success. Similar traits in how they play the game and what their keys to the game would be. Things to look for. They're familiar with one another. When you're that familiar with somebody scheme-wise and personal-wise, then it's just execution. What do you think what's the get-in? What do you think the get-in for Memorial Stadium on Saturday is going to be?
Let's go with 55.
44.
All right.
44. We've got an hour to get into it, but let me ask you this. So Nebraska is an 11.5 point favorite currently. What say you, Bach? Is that high or low, or is that right?
It seems a little bit high to me. I've seen too, like in power rankings, Nebraska ranked ahead of USC. That seems a little high to me. I think there's still some proving to be done by Nebraska, and we'll see. I mean, Michigan State. Maybe it's not the best way to do it. Michigan State outlasted Boston College earlier this year. Nebraska barely beat them in the Pinstripe Bowl. I don't know if they're that far apart. 11.5 seems like a little much.
Yeah, this reeks of a 28-17 is kind of where they've marked this thing. A 28-17 Nebraska win. The over-under's 48.5. Now, do you want this to be a plus 48 game, or do you want this to be an under 40? Which one gives you more comfort that Nebraska would win? Score fest or defensive slug out?
Probably in for the first time in a long time, a score fest for Nebraska.
Does that mean that you've allowed young Aiden to run wild? Like, a running quarterback has proven to be an issue. And if this is his game and he creates drama and chaos by holding a defender and then allowing him to make late throws over the top, is that the kind of game that you want?
Not necessarily. I just feel like it's more likely, I suppose. Maybe it's. Yeah, I mean, I would say that, because on the other hand, if it's a low scoring game, then this Michigan State defense, which is not ranked very high, especially in pass defense, you would think would be having a good day against Nebraska's passing offense, which is ranked pretty high. So, it's kind of one of those things where I want to feel good about my strength at least.
Well, Michigan has put up points this year, though.
Michigan State, yeah.
Yeah, Michigan State's put up points this year. So I'm like, do we really want a shootout? I don't know. Might be fun to watch, but I don't know. You say the degree of the depth your hand has to go into your box of popcorn. Like, I need for it to be a top of the popcorn box sort of Saturday, where there's not much intrigue. You're relaxing. The nervous popcorn eat during a football game is not exactly what we want to go through. What are your keys to the game? What give me three things that stand out to you, Bach, that when you watch this thing, you say, okay, I need for this to happen. What do I want to see? Give me three things.
Well, I think a lot of it is kind of reflecting back on Nebraska and what they maybe had struggled with so far this season in the previous game. Aiden Child seems to be the number one key to me, to hold him down. They usually give him, usually gets 10 to 12 runs a game. Those could definitely hurt Nebraska. So, that's kind of the look on that side. And then obviously the rush defense. John Butler just called an elephant in the room. They've got a young running back they feel good about. I don't want to see more 75, 80-yard runs. So a lot of it's on the defensive side on the ball. But, then on offense, it's interesting. The offensive line, should have be okay this week. It's not Michigan's pass rush, it's Michigan State's. And they haven't done a very good job of getting to the quarterback, but that would be, I don't know if it's a key to the game, it's just maybe a key to the season or more of an alarm, a bit of an alarm going off if Nebraska is having struggles again in pass defense. So, or excuse me, in protecting Dillon. So, I mean, I think for Nebraska in that department, on the offensive side of the ball, they do. I want to see them get the passing game going and be able to protect Dillon. So I suppose it is one of my keys.
Yeah, I found it fascinating that when you go into Michigan State's social media and all the videos, the weekly videos that they put out, they have their own kind of what Nebraska does with this is kind of where we are, the GPS keys to the game, and they spend a lot of time on their quarterback and then their academics. But it's interesting to hear what their focuses are. The two young quarterbacks kind of have the same path, that there's a lot of hype in year one, either meeting it or not meeting it, and then the excitement of year two where there's some early success against non-con, and then you have the big moment where you play okay, but you don't get it done, and then you meet up with somebody on common ground. I think this is the real picture. Two teams at the same intersection with one loss and having the ability to recover from an in-conference loss against somebody of equal standing, and I think the last 4 or 5 games between these two have been 5 points or less. So the 11.5 points to me seems like a bit of a stretch. I'd be perfectly fine with Nebraska winning by 11. Just not sure that's where my head was. We'll sort of come back. We'll go through some of the numbers to pay attention to when it comes to Sparty, and then eyes to Friday, a big volleyball game against the reigning national champion Penn State Nittany Lions for the number 1 ranked Huskers. Bach and I will be back here on One on One.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One on One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Football game days are fun for the whole family, but not every child is ready for 4 quarters in the stadium. That's why the Lincoln Children's Museum offers game day play dates for kids ages 5 to 12. While you enjoy the game, your kids enjoy their own adventure at the museum, conveniently located just steps from the stadium. Registration required. And the fun isn't just on game days. The museum is open 6 days a week with 3 floors of hands-on play and activities. Out-of-town families, make the most of your weekend in Lincoln. Visit lincolnchildrensmuseum.org.
After a long, hot summer, are you ready for fall? What about your home? Is your heating system ready for cooler temperatures ahead? Call Bryant for your fall heating check. No matter what brand of equipment you own, Bryant's trained technicians will thoroughly clean and inspect your furnace or heat pump to make sure you stay warm, safe, and comfortable. Call today to schedule your home heating check. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies for light breeze. It'll be warm with an afternoon high near 88. Tonight, clear skies and calm winds, below around 64. And tomorrow, we'll see lots of sunshine. It'll be breezy and hot with an afternoon high around 90. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here, too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent, too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173. Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
If one of the things running through your mind as a business owner is the recurring worry of possible cyber attacks, you can let out a sigh of relief. Hamilton Business Technologies has you covered. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and more to keep your data safe from harm. We care about the success of Nebraska businesses and communities like yours. Learn how we can help you at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price, or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel since 1975. It's our way of saying thank you for all these years.
Austin Norman here. Join me and Jay Foreman for Old School, live from Cornhusker Bank at 83rd and O this Friday for their Customer Appreciation Tailgate Party. Larry the Cable Guy will join us during the show, and there's free food and refreshments. We'll be out there for the show starting at 3. You're invited to join us from 4 to 6 p.m. this Friday for Cornhusker Bank's Customer Appreciation Tailgate Party, only at Cornhusker Bank on 83rd and O. For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
He doesn't suck. He doesn't suck. Bach, is that fair? Is that a fair thing to say?
I was not a big fan of Super Cena, but he doesn't suck. He's one of the best.
Okay, so while we're there, I was asked to if I wanted to attend his final match. His final match, which is December 13th. Bach, do you know where his final match is? Where's it going to be held?
They just announced it. I guess I wasn't. I don't know exactly what building it's in. I know it's a Saturday night main event, right?
Saturday main event in Washington, D.C. And Hoss Tabrizi is like, you got to get here. And I thought, okay, so what would be your immediate reaction to that? Is that a thing that you want to be at?
Yeah, I mean,
right?
They got to. I want to know who he's facing at some point, but yeah.
Yeah, like you have to let him win, right?
I would think so.
You can't follow the recent trend to send him out with losses, right?
Like
no,
so.
But so should I make plans to be at this? Like, it's a legendary leave, right? It's like the final concert of the Rolling Stones.
Well, here's the real question, because it is wrestling after all. Will his final match be his final match?
I think in this particular case, the answer is yes. I think, he's tired of taking hair meds, right? He doesn't want to Like, he's tired of that. I think he'd like to get off the supplements. I think he would like to just live a normal life. Right? I mean,
Ric Flair's had, I think, 15 final matches. Unfortunately.
Right.
Unfortunately, whatever way it is, but it's not always the final match when they bill it the final match.
yeah, and Eric goes, did Ric Flair go out with a win? No, but it wasn't really his final. He was just like, psych. Yeah, Cubster says not for $11,000. It's not worth it. No, I'm not. No. We get media passes. That's what. Hey, sir. Hey, man. Yeah.
Is that the price? That's crazy.
Oh man. Who do you want to be the opponent? I guess is the more important. That is such a great take. Don goes, I think it should be Joe Hendry. Say his name. Say his name, and he appears. Now, Bach, who do you want to see? Who do you want to see?
I wouldn't mind kind of a replay of the classics. I mean, Randy Orton's got, my answer always is Randy Orton. I love Randy Orton. So Randy Orton would be among there.
An entire card of people wrestling against Randy Orton.
Pretty much.
It's just all up and down. Let's put it in Kansas City, put it in St. Louis, and just let him wrestle everybody.
That would
just
be
run
perfect.
the gauntlet and do that. Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm trying to decide to make a decision. I'm a little bummed. Because they were supposed to renew my passport. I was supposed to go to Vancouver the 18th of this month for UFC. Nebraska's own Drew Dober is on the card. My family, Kyle the Monster Nelson, he's on the card, and Anthony's calling. And the passport people emailed me and said, there was a snag. We'll get your renewed passport to you. We just won't get it to you in time for you to go to Canada.
Yeah.
Right? Bummer. So instead, I will head Friday night to Minneapolis to watch the Huskers and the Gophers in what will be a big game on a Friday night there. A couple of numbers. We did talk about Michigan State in that the last five meetings between Nebraska and Michigan State, going back to 2014, 5 points or fewer have decided those games. So that's part of why the 11.5 jumped out at me. Now, Michigan State has some injury. So that's been John Smith was talking about that in his weekly presser, that they've got some adjustments. We also, you and I had the conversation. We were kind of talking about the Nebraska coaches whispering about changes and adjustments. And do you remember your question to me? Because I thought it was rather interesting.
Well, I've been intrigued this week by the fact that both Matt Rule and Dana Holgerson are kind of letting you know they've got a plan. They've got it's like a secret. They've got something lined up, but they're not gonna announce what it is, obviously. But it very rarely have I seen coaches say, "Hey, we got something this week. Look out." But we're not going to tell you what it is.
Right. Like it's very cheeky. It's very cheeky. And I don't think we use cheeky enough. It's very cheeky. For them to say, hey, we've got a secret. We can't tell you. We can't tell you. We're supposed to tell you. The rules say we're supposed to tell you if we have a secret, but we can't tell you the secret. We're just going to tell you that there is a secret. And you have to now worry about the secret, because is the secret about you? Is the secret about us? We know something. We know something that you don't know. And we're not going to tell you. We're not going to tell you, Bach. So, and then what happens is immediately the coordinators go back into a room. Hey, guys, Nebraska has a secret. What could the secret be? They have a surprise plan. What could it be? Could it be on special teams? Maybe a special punt return. I don't know. Special kick. I don't know. Are they going to change the scheme? Are they going to change the starter? Hey, maybe they're going to go different package on third and short. Oh, there's probably red zone because they had some problems with that. So they probably fix it. How could they fix it? What would they do, Bach? What would they do if they fixed the short yards? And then one coach raises his hand and goes, well, that's all about them. What if it's about us? What if they see something? Are we doing something wrong? Is our pass coverage bad? Is our run fits bad? Have they picked a weak player to attack? What's going on? Sole purpose of the secret as a coach. Each week just to go, I know a secret. That's simply for Michigan State to go down the rabbit hole. That's absolutely what it is. I think it's fair. Do you care who broadcasts the game, Bach?
I do, yeah.
Like what? Give me your preference. Fox, ESPN, Fox Sports 1, Peacock. What is there somebody? Is there a Tim Brando love? Is there a Gus Johnson love? Who do you want? Like biggest Husker game of the year? Who do you want calling?
Yeah, I mean, Tim Brando's excellent. I mean, I think of him, and he's calling the game this week. I think, somewhat of a voice of college football. So when it kind of comes in, he's been doing it for so long, it can bring back memories. So I love that Tim Brando's on the call. I've had a hard time trying to choose between the A team at Fox and ESPN. I love Kirk Herbstreit. I have for a long time. Chris Fowler's incredible. And then on the other side, I mean, Joel Klatt's been fun to watch his rise. And he
knows it, he cares about it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It feels like.
For some reason, even though he's a former football player, he kind of feels more like one of us, or like just really deep into it. One of us, by the way. And then Gus Johnson.
You simply had to say that. You had. Oh man, like the one of us chant. Always.
Right.
It always when somebody says that and they say it with a smile, one of us, and then but privately all I hear is one of us.
One of us.
All I hear. I try to remove myself from it and go, no, that's not Children of the Corn creepy. Not at all. That's just Bach having a good time. But all I heard was one of us. Jeez. The texter says, he says, no, not Gus Johnson. He's terrible. Bach, agreed or no?
I would say that Gus Johnson is incredible for exciting moments and sometimes overhypes the mundane at times. I mean, it depends on what you like. I think it for a lot of times keeps me intrigued, interested. I like Gus Johnson. I would disagree, but I do understand. Sometimes he can hold it a little bit back on a 3-yard gain on 2nd and 8.
Hey, Bach. As Nebraska football fans, if Gus Johnson is calling your game, has he had a lot of reasons?
No.
Has he had a lot of reasons to showcase his skill set?
Well,
not since Kenny Bell.
Yeah.
Have we?
I was going to say, that was the problem with like Herbstreit and Fowler, is every time they'd get a Nebraska game, it would be an absolute blowout. They'd be talking about some other game in the middle of the 3rd quarter. And, this was obviously back in, the Bo days and past that, I suppose. But it was just always kind of like, you can't be mad at the announcer because the game's a blowout. Yeah, they might not be talking about the Huskers all that much.
That's the part. Look, the announcers they aren't the story. They just tell the story.
Yeah.
And if it's a crappy story, it's hard to put lipstick on a pig, man. They were asking these people to broadcast the Scott Frost era of Nebraska football and somehow turn it into a glamour queen. No, it was a pig. It was a pig. He's like, yeah, that's a good looking pig there, Bach. That's a good looking pig. Eric says Gus Johnson is awesome. He goes, other than Kevin Harlan, not many better than Gus. Yeah, I'm a member of that club. Tommy says Ed Cunningham was the absolute worst. I'm still haunted from him calling games. Dan from Canopy, brother. Dan, how come I haven't seen you, bro? Thought you were gonna come by and see me. Give me a hug or something. What the go, man?
And I will say Kevin Harlan is incredible. My favorite NBA voice, but he's almost it's almost that thing where I'm thinking about the NBA when he's talking. No, he does great in what he does.
It really is true. Who's now doing WWE and college football?
Oh, Joe Tessitore.
Joe Tessitore. I get conflicted. Because he's a pure sports voice. But when he goes to WWE, I just feel like it's like Brian Gumbel was calling WWE. And
It has been an adjustment. It's fun to see like WWE fans be like, this guy's really good. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, I know, but I don't like my own assessment of it is like, has he quite figured it out? Has he learned all the names and all that sort of stuff? Because he's still adjusting. I think he's got room to grow only because I know of how good he can do college football.
Yeah, it's almost like if you had like the great British actor Michael Caine reading Snoop Dogg. Like it's just you try to go, wait a minute, I'm interested, but I'm slightly uncomfortable with the pacing. I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, Ian Eagle and his son have done well. Okay, Bach, in a future show, we will go through, because in the broadcasting, especially in sports broadcasting, nepotism is real. It is real. Your son, Bach, think about it this way. Your son will have a much easier chance of being a sportscaster than you did. You're already in the business. You're already in the business. Yeah, John and Courtney. Yeah, that's exactly what came to mind. Is that to have Michael Caine read gin and juice. It would just be it'd have been crazy. Yeah, Josie said Joe would have been awesome to have call-in game for Huskers. That would fit. And I'm not sure. The texter says Kurt Gowdy and Chris Schenkel. They were so iconic. Keith Jackson. Okay, Bach. Here's the challenge for the final segment. Ready for this? This one's tough. College football. Who the Mount Rushmore of broadcasts for college football? The Mount Rushmore. Text line, get your fingers happy, get yours in. We'll give Star Ticket to the best 4 off the text line, and then Bach will give his of the Mount Rushmore of college football play-by-play. And we'd have to say TV, right?
Right.
Yeah. So TV, college football play-by-play, Mount Rushmore. Y'all get yours. I'll have Bach choose the best text, and then Bach will give his when we come back to close out one-on-one.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the whole Ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at our downtown studio at 11th and O, sponsored by Select Plumbing, Raising Cane's, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Currency, and the Kindler Hotel.
Tune in every Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m. for The Law of Lift with Dr. Lawrence Chatters. Sit back and enjoy listening to Dr. Chatters discuss real stories involving struggle, inspiration, and real-life experiences with special guests and insights. Remember, the higher the pressure, the greater the lift. The Law of Lift with Dr. Lawrence Chatters. Every Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m. right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Join LES at 6 p.m. Thursday, October 9th at the LES Operations Center to learn about the utilities' proposed 2026 budget and electric rates and share your input at the annual public meeting. Learn more at les.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com. A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at JamesEnterpriseInc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Hey guys, it's Monet here with The Night Before. Why have you not stopped in lately to see me? If you haven't been to The Night Before in a while, you're missing out. Up to 20 beautiful ladies each night. Newly remodeled bar. Oh, and we now have a 12-foot video wall to watch all the big games on. Come watch a game at The Night Before. Mention this ad and your first beer is $1. Check us out on Instagram at The Night Before Lounge. Hope to see you soon.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in seasons? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price, or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel since 1975. It's our way of saying thank you for all these years.
After a long, hot summer, are you ready for fall? What about your home? Is your heating system ready for cooler temperatures ahead? Call Bryant for your fall heating check. No matter what brand of equipment you own, Bryant's trained technicians will thoroughly clean and inspect your furnace or heat pump to make sure you stay warm, safe, and comfortable. Call today to schedule your home heating check. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
If one of the things running through your mind as a business owner is the recurring worry of possible cyber attacks, you can let out a sigh of relief. Hamilton Business Technologies has you covered. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and more to keep your data safe from harm. We care about the success of Nebraska businesses and communities like yours. Learn how we can help you at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
You're listening to One on One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's been a minute since the headphones beat. They got my winning streak is just ended. I'm a master. I could flip it with one hand. Nope. Bye. Nope. Headphones won. Headphones won. Okay.
That's all right. Even Steph Curry misses shots once in a while.
I'll do better tomorrow. I'll do better tomorrow. I have to. Okay, Bot. Your Mount Rushmore of college football announcers, sir.
It's interesting. You gotta whittle it down, right? I say Keith Jackson, if he's not the top of everybody's list, there's a reason he's got a statue outside the Rose Bowl as a commentator. So I'll definitely put him number one. I think Craig Herbstreit has earned a spot. The college game day vibes that have turned over into the booth. He's done that for decades now. So I think he's definitely earned a spot. Not a name that's been mentioned on the text line, nor do I expect it because Husker fans don't necessarily like him. My favorite all-time for college would be Brent Musburger. So I would put Brent Musburger in there. And then the fourth spot, kind of hard to whittle down. But maybe Vern Lundquist, I think, might be my final pick.
Okay, so I need you to look at the text line and come up with your favorite of the ones that are there. And we'll give them Stars tickets just for contributing. I'm old school. So guys like Kurt Gowdy calling the Rose Bowl. Vern Lundquist for his days prior to Keith is the GOAT. Brando, Nancy, Jim Nance are in the conversation. Who's the old Notre Dame? Scott, who called Notre Dame games back in the day. Those early ABC, CBS, NBC tandems were important, but I think I think we have to be fair. Yeah, Musburger and Herbstreit are now in the conversation. I think Gus is in the conversation. One, just for longevity and moments, like just for moments. But is there one of the group that stands out to you, sir?
There's a lot of different names here, so I think it it's tough to pick out because everybody's kind of got their favorites. 0628 said Keith Jackson, Vern Lundquist, Musburger, and Herbstreit. That's a pretty close to my list. That might be my pick. But Cubster says Jim Nance, Craig Sager, Dick Vitale, and Matt Veskurgen.
Veskurgen is an interesting pick. Yeah. Oh, you know who comes to mind? Charlie Jones. Charlie Jones and Dick Enberg in their early days certainly made it. You know who? Can I ask you your thoughts on Chris Collinsworth?
I like Chris Collinsworth. I was talking about this with, I think it was Nick the other day. The Nepo stuff comes up with Jack Collinsworth.
Right.
But Chris Collinsworth, I enjoy him.
Yeah, there are people that get irritated by it. Here's one that I think falls in line. And simply because of Notre Dame and back in the day, he also did a whole bunch of CBS work. Are you familiar with Lindsey Nelson? Lindsey Nelson would show up Sunday mornings, the best of Notre Dame football. They'd run the highlights on Sunday. And he and Paul Hornig would put these together, and they were exceptional. Just exceptional. So I think that would be one to add to the pool very well. Okay, fair enough. You're gonna pick one? You're gonna pick a text that you enjoy, sir?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the one that closely resembles mine.
Which one is that? Which one?
0628.
0628. Okay. Text your name in there. Bach is going to provide you with 4 vouchers for a Stars game of your choice. You get the vouchers, you can pick the game and cash them in. We appreciate you, Bach. Carricker's up next here, taking to 1 o'clock, and then Bach in the black shirt. And then an afternoon of old school and some high school football. All that coming up here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Hungry for something real? Come to HF Crave, Lincoln's favorite spot for burgers that are anything but basic. Locally sourced Nebraska beef, hand-cut fries, and bold flavors that'll make your taste buds cheer. Whether you're craving the classics or ready to try something wild, they've got the burger that gets you.